taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Upshaw. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lynch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for space. It's Canty. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
These RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Woods. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Right down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Woods. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feel.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They held the ball for pitch down drive. Out of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. That's reeled in. It's Upshaw. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got a man. It's Lynch. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Quarterback on the keeper. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Texas! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Utah State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Looking for room. It's Morris. And it will be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Kentucky going quickly. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Give the defense tons of credit. They were not fooled. Everybody thought that was going to be a run play, but the defense didn't. They pinned their ears back. They got upfield, and they got to the quarterback.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Texas offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. It's complete to the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to go wants to throw on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He makes a grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
21, Kentucky, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Rice. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game isn't...
There he goes! Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out of the shotgun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. With the catch, it's Lynch. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And what are they cooking up on second and short? 3 receivers lined up to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. We've got a timeout here. Get more points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rice. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
There he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll get rid of it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed over the middle, it's Armour. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Upshaw. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking for space. It's Morris. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession...
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Upshaw.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes or goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Ben. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Kentucky right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off play action. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. That's caught. It's Lynch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else they are really in trouble. Gets it to him on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
He'll start this drive firing. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Bunch formation for these receivers. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
He turns that loose down the right side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Wildcats want to move quickly. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Catch in the middle. It's Upshaw. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down with the slide. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now the play fake. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing. Way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at
Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, if you're better on third down, moving.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Using his legs, it's Morris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ben. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to pass. Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Gonna run it. It's Morris. There he goes. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this one, and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB, because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Pump,